Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, our card tonight is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. And it is from the Mother Peace round tarot deck. And this one's been around for a long time, and it has some of the most beautiful artwork. If you have not seen it, go check out a flip through of it. They're all over YouTube. It is a gorgeous deck. I recommend it to anybody and everybody. And so yes, we have the Seven of Cups. And this is a bonus reading for Taurus. And also, if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And it is free to subscribe. All right, let's see what these tea leaves have to say. Ooh, it looks like a little island. Okay, so we know the Seven of Cups has a lot to do with, debauchery in the Thoth system, but it's a sense of abundance to almost the brink of too much. You know, when we get too comfortable in whatever it is we have, it's overflowing, we're enjoying ourselves, we are maybe being a little bit indulgent, a little bit greedy, a little bit careless, you know, all of those fun things. But what happens when we get a little too far into that? Yeah, usually nothing too good. So we must be careful. We must be wise. We must, as they say, choose wisely, right? Okay, so I want to start over here because this is it reminds me of, this is more of like a character. And I'm going to, just say that's off the bat, but kind of like some kind of Viking cartoony, right? Viking, I don't even know. I don't know what their social systems were like. Princesses, warriors, female warriors. We have kind of a dress, I guess, or a robe, a hat of some kind, and long flowing hair here in the back. Okay, and I see this in a very central place, so it is a sense of great strength. And what comes to mind is, Nike, Artemis, some of these really profoundly strong goddess figures. Right? Usually a maiden, a middle maiden, maybe in what we would consider the prime of our life, and healthy, full of that vital energy, and I don't know what TT's doing. I can hear her. She's into something. TT. Okay, so yes, we have this energy. We have really just, I feel like a profound protection of self, protection of you and yours. But I also think, and we have up here, it looks like a little plant growing out of a small pot, and I'm looking at a person here standing holding a falcon. Okay, so I think continuing with this idea of maybe a warring or a war-minded posture. Also hunter, okay, but growth. And I wonder if with the Seven of Cups, I kind of feel like this is maybe a place where you have really developed some coping mechanisms that lean towards aggressive reactions at times. Now, are you always an aggressive person? I doubt it. Are you somebody who's going to take up for yourself? Probably, right? We're talking about a Taurus. But I think at times, and maybe more so when you were younger, that, you might have been a little hot-headed. And so I look at this and I'm thinking, maybe this is a place where you are growing into a more stately empress posture, position, posture as well, but position. And with that falcon, that is, if you could think of somebody who is like a falconer, somebody who has spent a lot of time creating a relationship with this most beautiful high-flying raptor, an animal that is precise, logical, very in tune, clear vision. I feel that this really represents your learning to master your emotions, your reactions, those outmoded coping mechanisms. And I think this, anyways, we hope, right? As we get older, we know we must be slower to anger. We must, really grab ourselves and slow it down when we feel like we could just absolutely snap out, right? In my mind, anyways, I think, oh yeah, everybody's on this road. Well, we know that that's not true. You just need to get on the freeway, right? Get into some traffic, and you'll see all of that goes right out the window with most people. Not most, maybe some, a few, okay, maybe a few. So I think, though, that this has been a central focus for you. I think this is something that probably you even maybe have thought, I don't want to pass this energy, this kind of behavior onto my children, my grandchildren, and so on. This is something that is really, it is worth working out. Something that is worth processing through, figuring out what can I do? What techniques can I employ to, bring yourself down a little bit. We talk about these things on here pretty often. Stimming, distractions, things like changing your body temperature, especially when you're feeling anxious, you're feeling upset, angry, rage. When you have those feelings, it's good to cool yourself down, literally going into a cooler shower, room temperature or a little bit cold. Going outside if it's cold outside, breathing some air, disengaging from the situation, going for a walk, silence, bringing it down. You get stuck in these loops of thinking of these feelings. If you're like me, you always have to try to get the last word in, right? And so, I'm not embarrassed to tell you, when I get like this, when I get to the point where I just am bickering and I just have to keep going, I have to be the one that's right, and it feels almost compulsive Thankfully it's not as often as it used to be, but I'll go, I'll go argue with myself. Go outside and argue with myself like a silly old lady. And it does help, it really does. Now let's take a look. Where is that? Ooh, what is that? Sometimes we spin this and I see it looks like the Mothman, and I don't like seeing that guy show up in these readings. He often is related to bad omens, but I don't think that that's it. When I see a moth, and this does look like a large moth, I feel like there is really this deep instinctual thing driving you towards light. Okay. People who are doing the self-work, people who are higher vibrating, getting into situations where you are learning, you are using your creativity, you are exercising deeper parts of your psyche, and so when we see them on, it's being attracted to those lights, okay? And that's always a happy thing. So we're going to say this is not the Mothman. We have a W right here. So if a W means anything, that looks like pretty stylized, kind of interesting, maybe a name. And oh, it looks like we have another. My nose is just so stuffy. I'm so sorry. Let's see. We have a W. So we have two W's. W. We have a star. So working towards a goal. And I feel, listen, when I'm thinking about this, there's a difference. And this is why I love the work of Castaneda. There is a difference between being the warrior and being just a rageaholic. Right? When we are somebody who is prone to anger and angry outbursts, we have a sense of power. We feel powerful in our anger. We feel like nobody can mess with us. Nobody can tell us nothing. We're going to do what we do. And, everybody better listen or they got to get out of the way. And that feels powerful, but it's so destructive. Ultimately, you will lay vanquished to your whole life if you live that way, right? Even to your own self. It's so bad for your physical body, for your nervous system to be in those heightened states of stress and anger. So the warrior is somebody who knows how to manage themselves. They're very precise. Right? There's so much precision and rules and regulations and really that guiding star, a moral, ethical compass. And now if you know anything about the European systems of chivalry, okay, and this is the codes of conduct that were used among knights and their apprentice and, and court within the courts and so on. And these were very strict. Now, people are people and they do what they do, and that's, just the nature of things. But to be somebody who is truly not just a fighter, that's not what a warrior really is. A warrior is somebody who is of service to their community, to their family, and of course, to the higher divine, the universe, God, whatever it is they believe in, whatever that system is. And so there is a sense of a higher calling, a higher purpose, and a higher moral code of conduct, right? And so I feel like this really has so much to do. And now I'm not saying you have to involve yourself in any strict system or school of thought or anything like this, but I do feel like you have developed through your self-development rules for yourself. And I feel like this really has made a situation of strength where you are able to really do anything you put your mind to. And I feel like I really think about this as like being like a, well-tuned and oiled machine in some ways, right? A spiritual vessel, and really, and I really think it's very individual. There's no right or wrong way. But you have spent the time to get to know yourself. And I think that guiding star is very bright in your psyche. Okay, I can imagine you, really when you come to these crossroads and you think, do I do this? Do I do that? How will this affect, myself, my family, my community? And I can imagine closing your eyes and really thinking and having, the aura of that light really clear, making it very clear for your decision making, that purity of heart, right? And so this is a beautiful thing. This is a thing that so many of us spend a lifetime trying to figure out. Okay, just even beginning to understand how might we get there. Now, I wanted to see, because I swear we saw, well, look at this. It looks like a large 3 as well. Yes, TT, go to bed, my love. Or you can come over here. It's up to you. Okay, so we do have, and I just see this really as an island right here. And I see 2 people kind of in an embrace, and we have a large tree overhead. Hello, my love. Do you want me to hold you? I will hold you. Okay, so we almost have that kind of lover's energy, the unity, the unification of parts of self. And you can even see, and this is the thing, it is the unification of opposites. It is that kind of chemical wedding, when the moon marries the sun and they have their star, right? So we have kind of this, the outline, it's more of a lighter clothing. And then we have the darker clothing here. And it is this embrace, and I feel like this is really a balancing of the dualistic thinking. Moving beyond, the limitations of duality. And that tree overhead, the shelter. That is the true manifestation of the inner temple, of the home, of one's lineage, of one's story, one's self mythology, and I see this kind of as being on this island, which would indicate to me that there is a time here where you've really spent a lot more of your hours in kind of a solitary hermit mode. Okay, TT, come on. What are you? I have no idea what she's meowing at. My goodness. So yes, kind of by yourself here. Doing your thing. That doesn't mean that you're not around people, but I think that you are focused on your work. You're focused on your path, your your interior things. Yeah, can I hold you, please? Mama, I can't put you in bed right now. Okay, I'm doing a reading. I'll hold you though. Why don't you sit here with me? Why don't you sit here and talk to these people? Huh? You want to tell them about their tea leaves? All right, let's take a look. No, you stay right here. I'm going to hold on to you. I'm going to hold on to you. Okay. So we also have, let's see, we have the cup, okay, the chalice right here. And it is kind of, there is another little star here. So the chalice, the cup, the Ace of Cups, and we know this is the vessel of deep emotionality, the emotional waters, the creative waters. We have that shining light from the star once again. And I really feel like with this work, I think of the phrase of the road to awe, right? And I feel like truly there are these moments where there's such a deep embrace. There is a love, there is an ecstatic feeling. I can almost imagine you kind of in a position of repose, just really going in to your deeper vision, experiencing the divine through images, through sensations, and I feel like, when we are able to have these moments that are so personal. I mean, it's very difficult to explain what exactly this even is, right? It's like, I imagine, right? It's almost like kind of is it Star Wars where they I was going to say time travel, where they're traveling at a fast speed, or maybe, no, Star Trek, I think. I can't remember, but one of them. And anyways, just going like warp speed, right through the cosmos. And I feel like, there's almost this sense of that, but it's like being held by light. And just, it's like, it is that very full and loving embrace of, the All Mother. I know I talk about her a lot, but I do. I think that this, especially this channel, and my own, my own interest and devotion to the mother archetypes. So I experience a lot of my sensations that I am, when I'm doing these readings, I think of her a lot. And ultimately, I think she's very present in a lot of religious and spiritual imagery anyways, right? So there's a movement towards this kind of universal cosmic womb, and feeling, the traveling deeply into those spaces of comfort, unconditional love, light, high vibration, and healing. And that's the thing, there's a lot of healing there. So let's see, let's take a look here at our, oh yes, you can hold right on to me, mamas. We have the Happier Me affirmation cards, and I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to flip through them and stop where it feels right. And it says, the power to change my world lies within me. And I love that imagery. We have that the round, the lotus, this kind of, these images that are often in various cosmologies, or is it cosmologies, whatever, origin stories. And so we also have the lunar energy and this beautiful, beautiful kind of gold leaf look there. So very, very much that highest light. And it says, if you concentrate on the negative, you will only see problems. If you concentrate on the positive, you will find solutions. The power lies in your thoughts. Don't sabotage yourself for something that hasn't yet happened. Oh, yes. I must remind myself of this. We must. So good at predicting catastrophe in my own life. You'd almost think that I was in love with it, which I'm not. And it's taken a lot of deprogramming to figure out how to at least relinquish some of that thinking. You know, we doom ourselves often, don't we? You know, and so instead we have to work very hard at blessing ourselves. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worthy work. It definitely is. Okay, Taurus, I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And I love being able to do these bonus readings. So I appreciate you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell when you do it. That will let you know when the next videos are coming out. And it is free to subscribe. Also, if you would like to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. I love reading them. I love, having little back and forth with people and getting to know you all. It is one of the blessings of this channel. And so with that, I'll say I love you. Take care of yourself, and we will talk in just a few days. Thank you so much.